a rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to This Day in History, aka TDH. I'm Alexander. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. And you viewer, of course, are you. Thank you for coming in and joining us, whether you're watching live or at some other point. Doesn't matter. A view is a view. Today is Moon's Day, aka Monday, January 26, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. Starting within the year 66, we have the fifth recorded perihelion passage of Halley's Comet. Perihelion being the closest to the sun. There is a word for the other one, like anti-helion or something, but yeah. 661, the Rashidian Caliphate was effectively ended with the assassination of Ali, the last caliph. Moving on up to 1482, Pentateuch, the Jewish Bible, was first printed as a book in Bologna, Italy. It is not a load of baloney. So let me bigger this image here for you. The Pentateuch. Looks cool. Moving on up to 1500, we have Vincent Yanez Pinzon became the first European to set foot in Brazil.
Oh.
All right.
How did they know that?
Well, I guess he said that he was. And like, oh, hey, I'm here now. And it's like, oh, okay, so he was there. Maybe other people witnessed it.
How do you get there in the 1500s? What I want to know.
Well, 1492.
Yeah.
That's 8 years prior.
Yeah, I know.
So, 1531, Lisbon was hit by an earthquake, causing the death of about 30,000 people. We have from the other source, it was between 6.4 to 7.1 MW, whatever that is. 1564, the Council of Trent issued its conclusions in the Tridentium, establishing a distinction between Roman Catholicism and Protestantism. So, I thought you were going to say something.
There's a difference. Yeah, I was thinking about it.
1697, Isaac Newton received John Bernal's 6-month time limit problem, meaning he has 6 months to solve it, or whatever. He solves the problem before going to bed that same night. Isaac Newton.
So I got 6 months minus the day to live it up.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. 1609, Venice, Poland, and Austria signed the Treaty of Karlowitz with the Ottoman Empire, ending the Great Turkish War from 1683 to 97. This is the first time the Ottomans conceded significant territory, and the other source said 2 Christian powers specifically. So I wonder if this is indeed the first time they ever conceded significant territory, or only 2 Christian powers. That is a semantic that we don't have the ability to dive into during the show here. But it told me to image search this. I think this is that's very small. It says here, the Ottoman wars in Europe spanned centuries, shaping the political and military landscape of the continent. Initially marked by rapid expansion, the Ottoman Empire eventually faced sustained resistance, leading to territorial losses and decline. So eventually they just they couldn't keep up with the enemies that they're making. 1700, the magnitude 8.7 to 9.2 Cascadia earthquake took place off the west coast of North America, as evidenced by Japanese records.
The west coast of North America. So whereabouts is that on that?
Well, Cascadia is somewhere up in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, okay.
There's this whole area, very much like Lincoln, I think in Nebraska. I'm not sure, but there's unofficial states that are within the United States. Here, let me look this up here.
So it's an area.
Yeah, it's an area.
Within the...
But right here. The Cascadian movement is a collection of various heterogeneous movements seeking greater autonomy for the Pacific Northwest through a political coalition of the U.S. states of Oregon and Washington and the Canadian province of British Columbia. So basically, they're trying to be this is Cascadia right here.
Oh, okay.
So they some joking, some a little bit less joking, but there are movements to make this its own state, its own autonomous region, its own country, whatever. And there's other places. It's not alone. The state of Lincoln. Let's see here. Lincoln proposed northwestern state. Okay, I stand corrected. It wasn't Nebraska. So we have here is the name for several proposals to create a new state in the Northwest United States. The proposed state has been defined in multiple ways, but can generally be said to be coterminous. Coterminous. Never heard of that word. With the region known as the Inland Northwest. The proposed state was named in honor of Abraham Lincoln, who was president during the American Civil War. His name had also been proposed for the states that were eventually named North Dakota and Wyoming. But right here...
so they're trying to carve out another state.
Well, they wanted to make this a state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that would eat into Washington
right.
and Idaho, right here.
Yeah.
So it would actually completely destroy Idaho's little thing here. So... yeah, like I'm gonna, why can't I get out of this image? There we go. There we go. I'm gonna add these into the underbar section really quick. So let me,
that other one is huge. Cascadia or whatever it is.
Cascadia, yeah.
Cascadia.
Well, like,
that's huge.
It encompasses all of Washington.
It goes up to Alaska.
Practically all of Idaho, most of Oregon, a little bit Montana.
The whole west coast of Canada.
Yeah.
Right up to the Yukon, if not Alaska.
Yeah. So this is more of like, an autonomous zone, its own thing, rather than the state of Lincoln. And these two aren't even the only two examples. Like there's a lot of other, I forgot what the name of this type of a thing is, but there's a lot of examples of those. I just got a DM here. Anyway, what do we got here? 1765, a British naval expedition arrived at and named Port Egmont in the Falkland Islands, founding a settlement there 8 days later. They arrival was on January 15th, 1765, old style. 1784, Benjamin Franklin expressed unhappiness over eagle as America's symbol. He wanted the turkey.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's telling me to image search this, just so that way our viewers can see. I wish the bald eagle had not been chosen as the representative of our country. He is a bird of bad moral character, like those among men who live by sharping and robbing. He is generally poor and often very lousy. The turkey is a much more respectable bird, and withal a true original native of America. Okay. Like, are there no turkeys in other countries?
They're native to here. I don't know
Yeah.
if eagles are native to here.
Yeah.
I would think they were, but
Well, I mean, he's
at
talking
least
about
out
like.
here on the west coast.
Well, I mean, there might be eagles in Europe or something, but like they're lessers, but they're still of the same species. Well, what just happened? That was weird. It's my. All right, we just
Here's
had.
the deal showing your. There it is.
Yeah. No, my connection to my other monitor just got interrupted. Anyway, let's continue on the show here. 1788, Captain Arthur Phillip and British colonists hoist the Union flag at Sydney Cove, New South Wales, now celebrated as Australia Day, referred to as Invasion Day by the First Nations people, so by the Aborigines and everything. And I would agree with them more. That is an invasion.
Yeah.
1789, John Odell signed a contract for £336 to build St. Peter's Church in the Bronx. All right. And I do have... Oh, yeah, here's a photo of them hoisting the flag for Australia Day there.
Okay, yeah.
And this is a early photo of that church.
Ah.
It's a really cool church there. I think it still stands today. But it's in the Bronx somewhere, if it does. 1802, Congress passed an act calling for a U.S. Capitol Library. Yeah, we need one of those.
Yeah.
We also
have one now.
Yeah, we do. 1808, the Rum Rebellion, the only successful, albeit short-lived, armed takeover of the government in New South Wales, Australia, occurred. So they had a little insurrection.
Revolt.
Yeah. Trying to find my comments here, so that way, just in case somebody says anything. 1837, Michigan was amended as a 26th U.S. state. All right.
Go Michigan.
Yep. 1 year later, Myall Creek Massacre occurred, in which about 50 Wurundjeri indigenous people were killed by New South Wales Mounted Police. 7 men were later the first ever to be hanged for killing Australian Aborigines. So some of these people, faced the penalty for their crime of murder. 1838, Tennessee enacted the first prohibition law in the United States.
They did it before the federal prohibition, obviously.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily an alcohol prohibition. Prohibition is prohibiting. You know,
Yes.
like you're prohibitive doing it, so it can be like.
Well, when you put in those terms, it generally means against alcohol.
Not necessarily.
Let's see what it has to say.
Yeah, I'm going to look this up here really quick. Just a surface level scratch on this article. Tennessee passed its nation's first prohibition law. All right, making it a misdemeanor to sell alcoholic beverages in taverns and stores. Okay, you're right. Okay. Then I will. I'm gonna put this here just so that way we have that link. I'm gonna put it in parentheses so that way I don't get it confused. All right. Moving on up. What else do we got here? 1841, Hong Kong proclaimed a sovereign territory of Britain. It says here James Bremer took a formal possession of Hong Kong Island and what is now Possession Point, establishing British Hong Kong. And my other source now states instead of James Bremer, it's Gordon Bremer. So we have a little bit of a discrepancy here. I don't know the exact name of the guy. So 1850, we have the first German language daily newspaper in the U.S. was published in New York City.
Oh.
Yeah. 1856, during the First Battle of Seattle, Marines from the USS Decatur drove off Native American attackers after an all-day battle with the settlers. Okay. 1857, Edward Leon Scott D. Martinville delivered his design for a phonograph, which created visual images of sound to the French Academy. Phonograph, wow. Oh yeah, here's a painting. It's a little small and dark, but this is the Battle of Seattle.
Oh, okay.
We spoke about just a minute ago.
Yeah.
And this is the phonograph, which turns images, which turns, what did that say? Sound into images? Phonographs, which created visual images of sound. So yes, it turns sound into images.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
It is.
I wonder how it worked. You know, I'm gonna image search this really quick.
It would have to be a vibrations looking visual. You know, because that's what sound is vibrations.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something like a lightning. It makes sound.
Yeah. Well, it's not showing me anything.
That's a shame.
What it
It's
would
showing
look.
you the unit, but not.
Yeah. What it would look like in action.
I'd like to see that more in the machine.
Yeah. What else do we got here? 1861, during the American Civil War, the state of Louisiana seceded from the Union. Yep. And 365 days later, Lincoln issued General War Order Number 1, calling for a Union offensive. General George McClellan ignores the order. That's stupid.
That's not good.
No. That's, isn't that treason?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, refusing the, or ignoring the order of the President, the Commander-in-Chief, that's treason. So, 1863, during the American Civil War, Massachusetts governor received permission from Secretary of War to raise a militia organization for men of African descent, the 54th Massachusetts Regiment. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. 1863, during the Civil War, General Ambrose Burnside was relieved of command of the Army of the Potomac after the disastrous Fredericksburg campaign. Joseph Hooker then replaced him, and he took his place. Now, I spoke about this yesterday in this exact same article, I believe, actually. But just because now you're here, do you know the origin of the term hooker, you know, for prostitutes?
Something they wore, something so they could hook the shoe on the skirt or something.
I've never heard of that, but from what I have been made aware of, it was this guy, General Joseph Hooker.
Oh.
He used prostitutes, as many people did before. Like, you know, like George Washington used, you know, ladies of the evening to seduce and get secrets out of British soldiers. You know, the oldest profession turned it into a spy ring.
That makes more sense.
You know? But for whatever reason, it stuck with this guy, and they became known as Hooker's Men. Also known as hookers.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you may be more right, but like, you know, that's.
I don't know. That always sounded weird to me, but.
And what's always weird is that, like, you know, when I worked at when I was, you know, doing the door-to-door meat sales.
Yeah.
You know, I was a great hooker. I hooked them into the sale. You know.
Yeah.
And then somebody else came in and closed it.
Yeah.
We had a great system. 1870, U.S. Congress authorized Virginia to rejoin the Union during the Reconstruction era. 365 more days later, 1871, the Rugby Football Union was formed at a meeting of 21 clubs at the Pall Mall restaurant, London, England. Pall Mall. I wonder if that's where the cigarettes.
Yeah, you wonder.
Yeah. We also have U.S. income tax was repealed.
Hey,
that'd be nice. 1875, the electric dental drill was patented by George F. Green. Yeah. I wish it wasn't, but I mean, it does just wonders.
Yeah.
I just hate that noise.
I know.
Oh, God. Oh. What else do we have here? 1881, Union of Baptist Communities formed in Foxhole. Wait, what? I quit Foxhole. 1885, Muhammad Ahmed Mahdi rebels conquered Khartoum. It says here, troops loyal to the Mahdi, Muhammad Ahmed, conquered Khartoum, murdering the Governor General Charles George Gordon. Yikes. It's not good. 1887, ground was broken and construction began on the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me bigger this here.
Look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So,
I've been up in that.
Lucky. 1905. Hello. Welcome to the show, Kaio. How you doing? All right, he's muted. So while he's doing, he's not muted. Is he there?
Hi.
There he is. Yo.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Good.
Sorry for the late arrival.
No, it's fine. Better late than never, man. So 1905 here, we have the world's largest diamond, the 3,106 carat Cullinan, was found in South Africa. It says here, 3,106.75 carats, or 0.621350 kilograms, was found at the Premier Mine near Pretoria in South Africa.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah. But Kaio, would you like to take a couple if you like?
Well, you can let me catch up very quick. You can read the next few, and I'll be there.
Very well. We have 1907, the first U.S. federal corrupt election practices law was passed. Good. Why did it take so long to get that stuff figured out?
Yeah.
Well, I guess because it was self-serving, So 1907 as well, in Austria, universal and direct suffrage limited to males over 24 was introduced, a reform long demanded by the socialists and others. So, did they increase the age, or did they give them voting rights? I mean, this is the early 1900s.
Right.
How much democracy was going around in Austria at that time?
Well, that's a good question.
Were they still under a kingdom?
World War I hadn't started.
Yeah. 1907, moving on up, 1907 as well, the short magazine Lee Enfield Mark III rifle officially was introduced into British military service. It's the second oldest military rifle still in official use.
Oh,
and
wow.
actually, here's a picture of that diamond we just spoke about.
Oh.
The largest ever. Look at the size of that thing. You can kill somebody with that. That's a bludgeoning rock. And here's a Lee Enfield. Very, reliable weapon. The only gun that I like more, at least, the only, rifle of this era I like more is, of course, the M1 Garand. 1911, Glenn Curtis piloted the first successful hydroplane in San Diego, California. This is
Hey.
Yeah.
There's San Diego.
Yeah. So a hydroplane, is, of course, a plane that is on water and everything. So
Look at the open spaces behind the water.
Yeah. 1913, Jim Thorpe relinquished his 1912 Olympic medals for playing 2 seasons of semi-professional baseball before competing in the Olympics. Yep. And I still say, they should let, it should be an amateur thing. Everything
it's not anymore.
Well, anymore, yeah, that's the problem. The whole, at least what I got out of it, and I had this whole rant and tangent about a week or so ago between this and NASCAR, but it's supposed to be, for amateurs. It's supposed to be for your stock cars. It's supposed to inspire just average Joes the ability to compete on a world stage like that with other amateurs around the world. That'd be great, rather than all this professional stuff. Same as the thing with NASCAR is supposed to showcase their stock cars, what you're going to get right out of the chute, And now it's all this souped up crap, and it's out of reach of anybody, You know, unless you're a millionaire.
Well,
Like-
they're stock and name only.
That's the problem. Name only.
Name.
Yep. 1915 here, Rocky Mountain National Park, Colorado was established by an act of U.S. Congress. Let's see. Whenever you're ready, Kyle, let me know, and I'll.
I'm ready now, yeah.
Okay.
In 1919, U.S. Food Administration, the good old FDA, Herbert Hoover calls for a wheatless and meatless days to help war efforts.
Yep. During the First World War. We have of a main source here, 1918. During the Finnish Civil War, a group of Red Guards hung a red lantern atop the tower of Helsinki Workers' Hall to symbolically mark the start of the Finnish Civil War. Okay, so this is the start of it. 1920, where are we? This one.
1920, Emilio, I can't even pronounce his name, fiance, Janae, still can't pronounce that last name, jumps out of the window a day after the artist's funeral, killing herself. Oh, lovely.
Wow.
And her unborn child. Dude, that is
Yikes.
dark.
Jesus.
Wow.
That is dark.
I'm trying not to smile from the beginning of that article. You having a problem pronouncing the name, and this turned horrible.
Just a complete 90 degrees or 180.
Well, I thought he was going to say jump out of a cake, but you know.
A cake?
Yeah. Then went to a window and got, like you say, dark.
Yeah.
Super dark.
Jesus.
I don't think we had ever covered somebody jumping out of a cake.
No.
I know that's a thing. I know that's a thing with like burlesque stuff or whatever, but what else do we got here? This one.
In 1920, American Henry, I gotta turn the light up. Leland's, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Military engine manufacturing company, the Lincoln Motor Company, reorganized as a automobile manufacturer. He sells the strongest company to Ford Motor Company in 1922.
Wow, I didn't know he sold it that early.
Yeah.
We own a Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, we do. 1924 here, we have U.S. skater Charles Juthraw claimed the first ever Winter Olympic gold medal, winning the 500-meter speed skating event in 44 seconds flat at the Chamonix Games in France. We spoke about the inauguration of the Winter Games yesterday. Or yesterday. So, 1 century ago, 1926, John Logie Baird gave the first public demonstration of television in his laboratory in London.
His name is Logie?
John Logie, L-O-G-I-E, Logie.
Oh, okay.
Logie?
Logie.
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 Yeah. Soft G.
Yeah.
Soft G.
Yeah. 1929, what do we got? This.
In 1929, Indian National Congress proclaims goal for India's independence.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And we have another one in 1929.
1929, Rube Goldsberg, the interventions of professional Lucifer, Gorgonzola, Butts, AK, cartoon scenes, the first cartoon series first published in Colors Weekly.
Yeah, it was called The Inventions of Professor Lucifer Gorgonzola Butts. What
Sounds
a name.
novel.
Yeah. 1930 here, off of main source, the Indian National Congress declared the 26th of January as Independence Day, as the day of Purna Swaraj, or complete independence, which occurred 17 years later. But
Took them 7 years to get it done.
Hey, they got it done though.
And where was it again?
It was India.
India. Okay.
Yeah, so we talked about them talking about it, and then now they've declared it. They declared this as their Independence Day, and then they got their complete independence 17 years later. You know, which isn't bad when you consider it, because it took us about 10 to 15 years, 12 years to get our independence. You know, we declared it in 1776, and it was.
I'm not sure when we finally.
It was 1782 actually when I think that Treaty of Paris was signed. I'm not sure. 1931 here. What do we got?
1931. Shamiron? God, I suck today. Directed by Wesley Ruggles and starring Richard Dix and Irene Dune, I think that's how you pronounce it, premieres in New York, first Western to win Best Outstanding Production / Picture.
Now, I just realized something. This poor guy, his name is Dick Dix.
Dick Dix.
Wow.
Oh, Dick Dix.
Dick
Wow.
Dick Dix.
Yeah.
Isn't that the name of like a candy or something?
Irene Dunn was a major Hollywood superstar in the day.
Any relation to Ryan Dunn?
I have no idea.
You know who Ryan Dunn was?
No idea.
He was one of the guys in Jackass.
Oh!
I think he died. Like several of them have died now. So, being stupid, you know. Bam Margera is the one I think who died in a car accident. I'm not sure. 1934, Nazi Germany and Poland signed a 10-year non-aggression treaty.
How'd that work out?
Well, 5 years later, they figured that out. So, 1934 as well, the Apollo Theater reopened in Harlem, New York City.
Oh, Apollo Theater,
1936, Joseph Stalin viewed Dmitry Shostakovich's opera Lady Macbeth, but he and his officials left early and the play was denounced in state press. To anybody else, that would have meant the composer, to be executed. But Dmitry Shostakovich was incredibly popular. This is why I keep saying, you are the people. Even Joseph Stalin, there was one person he couldn't kill, and that was this guy, because he was so beloved by the Russian people. They even played his music in Stalingrad while the battle raged on. He was the music of the Soviets, and Stalin could not touch him, because if he touched him, the whole Union would touch him right back. So you people are the power. Do not forget even Stalin. So, 1939, Federal Hall National Monument was established. It's telling me to image search this, so I'm going to do so.
What is a Federal Hall?
I don't know. Federal Hall National Monument. It's this. I don't know. I mean, it's just here in the middle of all these buildings.
What city is that in? Looks like New York.
New York, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
New York.
I wonder what it is. Federal Hall National Memorial, U.S. National Park Service. Birthplace of American government. Oh, I guess this is like the first Capitol building.
Oh, before Washington D.C., I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it was in New York.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Started in Philadelphia, right? Or did it go to Philadelphia?
It was in Philadelphia and it was in New York. I'm not sure which one was first, or if it went back and forth and then it went to
D.C.
D.C. So, but that's at least for that, the start of it. 1939. What do we got here? 1939. This one.
1939. Filming begins on the film oh my goodness gracious. I can't speak English.
Adaptation.
Adaptation.
Born with the wind.
Gone with the wind. Our sanity is just gone with the wind.
Very much so.
Yep. We have another one here in 39.
Another one. 1939, Francisco Franco, nationalist troops conquer Barcelona.
Yep. From the other source,
Oh.
during the Spanish Civil War, the Catalonia offensive, troops loyal to nationalist General Francisco Franco and aided by Italy took Barcelona.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Barcelonas.
Yeah. And in 1940, the Nazis forbade Polish Jews to travel on trains. So much for that.
Moving. No movement.
Yeah. Well, so much for the 10-year, non-aggression thing, right? 1942, we have the first U.S. forces in Europe during World War II went ashore in Northern Ireland. So we're getting there. We also have Italian Supreme Command demanded the dismissal of German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel. So Italy was demanding stuff of Germany after Germany came in to bail Italy out of all their Africa stuff. Italy has no grounds to demand anything.
Yeah.
Stupid. Off a main source here in 1945, during World War II, Audie Murphy displayed valor and bravery in action, for which he would later be awarded the Medal of Honor. I wonder who that was.
Audie Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well-known war hero. And then I think he became an actor or something. Went to Hollywood.
Audie Murphy. Let's see here. Images.
Yeah, there he is.
All right. Why? This is... This
No,
looks...
that's someone portraying him, I think.
Okay.
That looks like Frank Sinatra.
No, I was going to say that looks like out of Sands of Iwo Jima. That's...
I can't tell from here if that's Frank Sinatra or not, but it looks like him.
Well, let me open image and new tab, see if I can get a bigger version of this. No,
that's not Frank Sinatra.
It. Okay. Anyway, moving on up to 1949. What do we got? Where'd it go here? This one, yes. Oh, you're going to like this. Kyle. Oh,
Hi.
there he is.
1949, 200 feet or 5.08 meters, Halo telescope first used at Palomar Observatory in Palomar Mountain, California. See also June 3rd, 1948.
200 inches, not feet.
Oh, inches? Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Double dash is inches. One dash is foot. Oh.
I shouldn't know that. Anyways, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to call you to help me build a house anytime soon. But it says from the other source here, the Halley telescope at Palomar Observatory saw first light under the direction of Edwin Hubble, becoming the largest aperture or optical telescope until BTA-6 was constructed in 1976. So it had that record for a while. We also have 1949, Australia's Nationality and Citizenship Act. 1948 came into force, granting Australian citizenship and nationality to all people born or naturalized in Australia, including First Nations people. Good. Took them long enough. 1950, Constitution of Independent India came into effect. Rajendra Prasad was elected India's first president. All right. And this date is observed as Republic Day in India. So happy Republic Day out there for all you Indians. 1951, Mel Ott and Jimmy Fox were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Yep.
Two greats.
Yeah. 1952, what do we got here, Sir Kaio?
1952, at least 20 people have been killed and 100 injured during the riots at Cairo against the British.
Yep. From the other source, Black Saturday in Egypt, rioters burned Cairo's central business district, targeting British and upper-class Egyptian businesses. 1954. Oh, hey. This is something that I'm sure we both wish never happened.
1954, groundbreaking begins on Disney.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. We have another baseball one here.
1956, Hank Greenberg and Joe Cornyn are elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Now, do you recognize any of those names? Because
Not those two.
okay.
No.
I did the other ones. Mel Ott and
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been tossing them in there. Like, when it comes to sports, like Halls of Fame and stuff, those are things that people have earned. When it comes to music, that's not so much. You know.
Oh, I disagree. I think you work hard to get your music out there where you want it.
It's
and
not
have the talent to produce.
It's not what you know; it's who you know.
You got to be good.
Not, a lot of singers out there don't write their own music.
Well, no.
They just sit there and they sing it. So, you know, an athlete, by comparison, writes, sings, and acts, and does everything because he's out there. He's, you know, at least physically busting his ass and all that stuff. Anyone can sing with
just following what a coach will tell him to do. If you look at it that way, all he's doing is playing the game. He doesn't think about it. You know, the coach does that. I mean,
I just view athleticism. Well, plus like
but you can't discount music.
But it's not just that. It's like the entire like organization. Everything is it's all shady, you know, and like all these people like Weinstein coming out, like, you know, like you remember the whole Weinstein problem?
Vaguely, I know of it, but I didn't
follow
it.
But that's how these people got their awards. It's not because they did good. It's because they got on their knees enough times for this person, and then you know they got the favor.
Let's put it like this: anytime there's a lot of money floating around, whatever industry it is, it'll get shady.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that there isn't shadiness. There absolutely is in sports, but when you're put in the Hall of Fame, I'm not sure that there's as much shadiness in that specific thing as there would be to get an award, you know, to get an Oscar, you know, or a Golden Globe or whatever.
The difference you're talking about in sports, generally it's all stats, all statistics.
That's what I'm talking
about.
You can prove it. That's what I'm talking about.
I hit 60 home runs in a year. Okay, that's something.
That's what I'm talking about.
Record books. The other stuff is there aren't any rules and things to go by.
You know, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's all stats. It's all, you know, numbers do not lie stuff. So that's why I more often, you know, put sports stuff in here because that's actual statistical things. And there's also no crying in baseball, you know.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah. 1956, Hank Greenberg, we got that one. 1956 as well. Porkala military base was returned to Finland by the USSR. So the Soviet Union ceded it back to Finland.
Yeah.
Porkala. This one just says Porkala, so I'm not sure if Porkala is a region or just the base or what.
No clue.
But we also have the 7th Winter Olympic Games open at Cortina di Ampezzo in Italy. And then 1957, what do we got here somewhere? This one. This one's odd.
1957, good old Dutch Pacific Socialist Party forms.
Dutch Pacifist Socialist. Pacifist Socialist?
Oh.
Like,
Pacifist. Oh.
Pacifist Socialist. That sounds weird.
Pacifist.
Yep.
In 1957, India exiles, whatever, Kashmir.
Annexed.
God. Dude, I should be illegal to read stuff.
No, you got the only way to get better is to practice.
Kashmir has great wool.
I thought she was a good-looking wool.
Oh, God.
Out of the other source here, 1959, the 41-acre or 17.5-acre Chain Island was listed for sale by the California State Lands Commissions with a minimum bid of $5,226. Let's get on that.
Yeah. Are we too late to make a bid?
Yeah. It's only 1959.
Yeah.
You know? 1 year later, though, what do we got here, right? This is pretty interesting. Both of
which one?
Both of these.
Oh. In 1960, high school basketball sensation Danny Heater scores 135 points.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah. What sport is that again?
High school basketball.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually,
especially for high school.
All three of these, actually, if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. 1960 again. Oakland Raiders enter the America's Football League.
Yeah.
The AFL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on NFL.
No.
And the last night. What's up?
No, now they're in the NFL. This was the AFL.
Right. Yeah. And the last 1960 here, Pete Rizal elected NFL commissioner on the 23rd ballot.
Now, what does that mean? They voted 23 times or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Took him 23 times to vote him in.
Why?
And he was a commissioner for a long time.
But why? Like, did he keep losing and they kept having a recount, or
well,
like?
they have to have a certain majority, a certain number.
Okay, that's kind of weird. 1961, Janet G. Treville was the first woman named as a personal physician to a U.S. president, John F. Kennedy specifically.
Oh, okay.
We also have Bishop Burke of Buffalo Catholic Diocese. He's declared Chubby Checkers the Twist to be impure and banned it from all Catholic schools in 1962.
Come on, baby.
Do the twist. Well, you look at the world around now and you start to think about all those prude parents saying rock and roll is the devil.
Yeah.
Maybe they were onto something, because the whole world certainly has gone to hell. 1962, Canadian Marine Service was renamed Coast Guard. 62 as well, the U.S. launched Ranger 3, missing the moon by 22,000 miles or 37,000 kilometers. It also says here 35,400 kilometers, so we have a discrepancy in distance.
It missed.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
1963, Major League Rules Committee voted to expand the strike zone. 1966, the Beaumont children went missing from Glenelg Beach near Adelaide, South Australia. There were 3 of them, resulting in one of the country's largest police investigations. I wonder if they ever found them. 1967, Chicago blizzard struck with a record 23 inches of snowfall, causing 800 buses and 50,000 automobiles to be abandoned. Wow.
Especially what's going on right now, too.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Got another one going on.
Yeah, well, see, this is another reason, an unintentional reason, but welcome, why I do this show. All these climate activists and climate change and global warming, global cooling, this, that, all of these lunatics. Well, how do you explain this in 1967? Nothing's changing, you idiots. So stop with the bullshit. And if you want to attack anybody, go after China and India. They're polluting more than anybody.
Originally back in the 60s, it was called
global cooling.
Global cooling.
Yeah.
Then it went to global warming.
Yeah.
And then when they did that, I said, okay, you're full of crap. Now you're changing it.
Yeah, well, now it's ubiquitous.
So now
it's climate
it's
change.
Climate change.
Yeah.
We'll fix this. It's climate change.
Yeah, now it can go either way, and they'll be right.
And the climate has been changing for billions of years on this planet.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. People just need to stop eating it.
Having said that, I do believe we should keep the air clean as we can.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not advocating for dumping 1,000 pounds of CO2 in a gas guzzling rust bucket, but enough with this crap.
Sounds like you're talking about my first car.
Yep.
I'm talking about Arnold. 1969, the police broke up a march by hundreds of demonstrators in central Prague. Sounds like authoritarianism right there. 1970, The Bridge Over Troubled Water, the 5th and final studio album by Simon and Garfunkel, was released. Later to receive the Grammy Award Album of the Year, Best Engineered Non-Classical Album, 1971. 1972, Aboriginal Tent Embassy protests for land rights began on the lawn of Parliament House, Canberra, Australia. Longest continuous protest for Indigenous rights in the world. What do we got here in 1972?
In 1972, Serbian air stewardess, Vesna Volvic survives a 10,160 meter fall without a parachute. The world's highest fall without a parachute. Yeah.
Now, what our primary source does not say, and I'm going to read this from our secondary source, JAT Flight 367 was destroyed by a terrorist bomb, murdering 27 of the 28 people on board the DC-9, leaving flight attendant Vesna Volvic the sole survivor with critical injuries.
Whoa.
Yeah. Combine those two, that's how she fell.
Yeah.
Her plane exploded.
Didn't how she fell, did they?
It just said that she fell. What happened? Did she get sucked out of a window? Did the toilet have a mishap? No, the plane exploded. That's a massive detail in the story.
Got shot down.
No. It was a terrorist bomb
voluntary.
exploding.
A what?
It was a terrorist bomb. It was inside.
Oh, inside.
They didn't get shot down. They got bombed
I just
inside.
thought a terrorist shot it down, but no, it bombed inside. Okay.
If it wouldn't be a terrorist shooting it down. It would be a country.
Well,
Like-
not necessarily, depending where it's fired from.
Well,
But yeah, inside makes more sense.
it just said destroyed by a terrorist bomb. So.
Yeah.
1976, Belgium Catholic elites started an amnesty campaign for war criminals. That doesn't sound good. 1977, in Helsinki, Finland, Soviet figure skaters Sergei Shakiri and Marine Chishakova were the first to perform a quadruple twist lift. And Kaio, do you want to try to pronounce her name here?
Marine Tech or Kosnovia.
Go take it.
Just as good as mine. 1978, International Ultraviolet Explorer was placed in Earth orbit. Sounds pretty cool. And in 1979, The Dukes of Hazzard premiered on U.S. TV network CBS. Dun, 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 you know, them Duke boys, you know. What do we got here in the 1980s?
In 1980, 175,000 175,000 paid to Hart Sriracha scene in Rio de Janeiro. Janeiro or wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you want, you can take these other three here.
All right. All 1980s, Islanders and Whalers play National Hockey League penalty-free game.
That's rare.
Yeah, right?
Free game.
Yeah.
Usually
Very
they're
rare.
punching each other's teeth in.
No. Oh. Good old Israel and Egypt established diplomatic relations. Relations. Mary Decker became first woman to run a mile under 4.5 minutes.
Yeah,
Excellent. Good on her.
I remember her. Mary Decker.
Yeah. I'm going to start rattling off for the sake of time here. 1981, Sandeep Patil scored Memorial 174 versus Australia at Adelaide Oval. That's cricket for you. 1982, for the first time since the 1930s, the unemployed population in the UK rose above 3 million. 1983 as well, Dutch-British infrared satellite IRIS was launched from California. And we also have Nazi Gestapo war criminal Klaus Barbie was arrested in Bolivia. We spoke about him getting arrested yesterday. The Barbie Museum. 84, U.S. Navy exhibited experimental Piaski helistats, a combination of 4 helicopters and a blimp, able to lift 26 tons at Naval Air Station in Lakehurst, New Jersey. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pause the rattling because I got to look at, whoa, look at this thing here. Let me, you're not going to be able to see it, Kaio, but, yeah, let me just open image, a new tab. This is wild. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
So, but those are helicopters, but they're permanently affixed to it.
They're so cool.
Yeah. No, here, let me show you right here. You see that?
Yeah.
But no, but you can see that they're full-on helicopters. Those aren't just propeller blades. That's a full-on helicopter welded to a whole thing attached to a blimp. That is wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's like some redneck theme.
Yeah. 1988, Australian 200th anniversary parade of tall ships in Sydney Harbour. Sounds pretty cool. 89, AT&T reported the first loss in 103 years. 1.67 billion in 1988. That's a huge loss to be the first one. Then we have 1989 as well. Madison Square Garden announced a 2-year, $100 million renovation plan. And U.S. computer security expert warns of catastrophic virus. We'll be getting to back to that here in a minute, but I want Kaio here to kick us off in the 1990. What do we got here?
1990. Annular eclipse. Annular eclipse visible over Antarctica and South Atlantic.
What is an annular eclipse?
I don't know.
I'm going to look this up here on image search. Annular. Well, this isn't showing me anything. Oh, I guess that's
going to be
amber. Hold on a second. What
I
is
would
this?
say maybe the direction it goes and covers and exits.
Oh, no, I see. Okay, so, from right to left, these images show a total solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse, and partial solar eclipse. So...
Oh, so it doesn't quite cover the edges.
Well, no, like, it's not a perfect
It's not a complete,
symmetric or something.
It's not a complete eclipse. You can see the edge around the edges.
Yeah.
Complete is the first one.
Yeah, total.
Annular is it?
Annular. So
Oh,
they
I've never
saw...
heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, neither have I. So that's what they saw.
And then the partial, I knew what that was.
Yeah, that's what they saw in Antarctica and South Atlantic. What else do we got here in 1990?
Boston Red Sox hires Elaine Weddington, that's an interesting last name, as a asset GM, highest ranking African American female in a major league front office.
Nice.
Assistant GM, that's a pretty damn good job.
That is a really good job. Good on her.
Yeah.
991, Afro-Revive, guerrilla group of Ecuador, gave arms to Catholic Church. Sounds weird. And we also have Jan Stinner became the first pure place kicker to make NFL Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yeah. Mohammed Syed Bar was removed from power in Somalia and replaced by Ali Mahdi, ending centralized government in the African states. 993, Everton scored a 3-1 away win over Wimbledon at Selhurst Park in London. Lowest ever attendance at an EPL fixture, 3,039 people. 995, with a record of 6,254,427 ballots cast by fans in NBA All-Star voting, Detroit's Grant Hill became the first rookie to lead all NBA players in All-Star votes received, earning number 1 on 1,289,585 ballots. 997, Mario Lemieux tied NHL record with 4 goals in the third period as Pittsburgh won 5-2 at Montreal, 39th career hat trick and 13th 4-goal game, tying an NHL record shared by Wayne Gretzky and Mike Bossy. Oh, hell. 1998, Intel launched a 333 MHD Pentium 2 chip. And 1998, Kaio, do you want to read this one here?
In 1998, good old President Bill Clinton says, I want to say one thing to the American people. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Yeah. He corrected himself. That woman wasn't going to cut it.
Yeah.
That woman.
Well, gee, which one are you talking about, huh?
Yeah, with him.
It's like, we're here about Monica Lewinsky. Why couldn't you name her by name? Now you have to be ambiguous. This is an eyebrow raiser. 2001, an earthquake hit Gujarat, India, causing more than 20,000 deaths. Pardon me. It says here the 7.7 MW Gujarat earthquake shook Western India, leaving between 13,805 to 20,023 people dead and around 166,800 injured.
Jeez.
We also have 2001, Diane Whipple, a lacrosse coach, was killed in a dog attack in San Francisco.
Holy cow.
The resulting court case clarified
Lord.
the meaning of implied malice murder. So,
Yeah, no shit.
so like, what is implied malice murder? I want to look this up here really quick.
It's a legal term.
Implied malice murder, but was this in regards to the dog? Like saying the dog had wanted to kill her? It's a mental state and a form of malice, forethought. Okay, well, this is a whole yada yada. If anybody can let us know what this means to in this circumstance, that'd be great. We gotta move on up. 2003, U.S. late night talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live debuted on ABC TV. What a jackass this guy is. I just want to
boo.
bring that
Boo.
up because he's a piece of garbage. 2004, a whale exploded in the town of Tainan, Taiwan. A buildup of gas in the decomposing sperm whale was suspected of causing the explosion.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, that happens every now and then. No, seriously, if they can't get a whale or even a dead whale off the beach, then they quarantine off the area because it will pop. It's inevitable. So, 2004, My Doom, the most destructive computer worm so far, first sighted on computers in North America, went on to cause $38 billion in damages. Remember what we spoke about in 1989? That guy warning about a catastrophic virus coming? Well, this one, according to our primary source here, is the worst one so far. 2005, Condoleezza Rice was sworn as the U.S. Secretary of State, the first black Stadian woman to hold the post. All right. And we have something here if Kyle wants to read.
Yeah. Glendale train crash. 2 trains derail, killing 11 and injuring 200 in Glendale. I don't know why I almost said it when I read 11. California, near Los Angeles. I've been to Glendale once.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glendale's
Yeah.
right outside L.A.
Yeah. Remember when there was a train derailment over by the shop?
No, that was a runaway train.
Oh.
So, it wasn't a whole train. It was a boxcar or something.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's all downhill from the inlands.
I just remember
Kept picking
you.
up speed.
Yeah. I remember you saying.
Finally, it derailed somewhere with just one car.
Yeah. I remember you saying something about the firefighters coming in to use the bathroom and everything.
Yeah.
2006, Western Union discontinued its telegram service. 2006. Oh. Yeah. Now, if you want to send a telegram, good luck.
I guess so.
2009, Blame It on the Alcohol, single released by Jamie Foxx featuring T-Pain, Billboard Song of the Year 2009. I like that song. So,
Yeah.
2009 as well, Nadia Suleiman gave birth to the world's first surviving octuplets, but didn't she take a bunch of birth enhancement drugs and all that jazz to try to? There's all sorts of things that people do to try to make twins or make triplets. Like a set of 4 or 5. Like there are drugs and treatments, and there's this whole scandal that came out. No, 2010. What do we got here? This sounds incredibly familiar.
2010, the good old WHO, the World Health Organization, rejects claims that it overstated the severity of the swine flu pandemic under the pressure from the vaccine companies.
Huh.
Oh, that is strangely familiar. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. That's kind of weird, huh?
2020.
oh, wait, they'll think we're infected. Everybody was kung flu fighting. 2013, the United States Sentencing Commission was hacked by Anonymous in response to the suicide of Aaron Swartz. Yep. 2025, Libby Lane was ordained as the first female bishop in the Church of England. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Church of England.
It's a biggie.
Yep. 2016, a cold snap across East Asia led to more than 50 deaths and 60,000 travelers stranded in South Korea. Yikes.
Oh.
And what else do we got here in 2016?
Leader of Oregon, Matilla. I know that word too, which kills me. Matilla, occupying Moeller Wildlife Refuge, arrested and another killed in a school out with federal agents.
Yeah, shootout and militia. Was this one?
Militia, that's God.
It's all right. You haven't had enough beer tonight.
Actually, I'm drinking water right now. So
That's your problem. You need the beer.
beer.
2018, residents were left without heat at negative 27 degrees Celsius in
Whoa.
Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan,
Oh God.
after a boiler broke in main power station. Uh-oh.
Oh, lovely.
That's not good. 2019, Chew Valley hoard of 2,528 silver coins from the Norman Conquest was found near Bath, the highest value treasure find ever in England, at 4.3 million pounds or 5.6 million US dollars. That's a heck of a hoard find right there.
Okay.
5 people were shot and killed in domestic disputes in Louisiana. A 21-year-old gunman was arrested a day later. Now, what does this mean? Domestic disputes, it's like a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and was this like some kind of wild situation where 5 domestics occurred, or was this all from this guy? Or
I don't know.
I mean, a domestic dispute, but it doesn't tie in with a serial killer or a mass shooting. This hurts my brain. Can you think of anything?
Logic
I
doesn't
can't give you one
logic.
answer.
Okay. 2020, LA Lakers basketball legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Guyana Bryant, died in a helicopter crash in fogging conditions in the hills above
Wow, that was
Calabasas,
today?
Southern California. Yep.
Man,
That was today 6
Wow.
years ago. Yeah.
that was a shock.
Considered one of
Wow.
the greatest
Yep.
players in the game's history. Yes. Absolutely. The Black Mamba.
It's already been 6 years.
It's been 6 years. Wow. Yep. Now, there's this whole thing going on. I don't want to get too much into it, but just for food for thoughts. He was involved in some kind of pharmaceutical lawsuit, and like the court date was 2 days after this. So there's some people that and it was also like like the argument goes that the whole foggy conditions and all that stuff. It's not that rare for that to be fogged there. The pilot was trained, so like people have done deep dives and have provided some pretty good evidence suggesting that this might have been a whack. So, and with how everything is, who knows? But moving on up, 2021, protesters and farmers stormed the Red Fort near Delhi, clashing with police, resulting with the death of one protester and the injury of over 80 police officers. Seems a little one-sided right there. We have something here if you want to read it, Kaio. This one's hilarious. You might remember it.
2022, Spotify removes Neil Young's music from its streaming services after a singer-songwriter, Ultimum, in objection to COVID-19 misinformation in Joe Rogan's broadcast.
Yeah, remember when Neil Young was going on about
He's going to pull his records from
Spotify?
Yeah.
Because
he's a crazy Canadian. What can I tell you?
I know one of them. 2023, 5 ex-Memphis police officers were charged with murdering Tier Nicholas, whom they beat at a traffic stop on January 7th. I remember that. Like they beat. They didn't beat him, so much. They were trying to subdue him, and wasn't
And
complying.
where was this at again?
Memphis, I guess.
Okay.
These are ex-Memphis police officers.
Okay.
So, 2024, last but not least, would you like to read this, Kaio? This one's bullshit.
2024 U.S. Federal jury says Donald Trump must pay 83 sums of millions of dollars in damages to E. Jean Carroll after he denied raping her.
Yeah. More of this Me Too stuff and all that crap. But anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, hold on, where'd my script go? Here it is. Please check the underbar in the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things the Comedy Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. What was that?
I don't know.
Did you feel that? Okay, well, a lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you a portion. Please check our sources for more. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. Please check the underbar. For all of you and all of us, I'm A.O. Xander.
I am Caillou Baiboshi.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, and thank you so much for coming and watching. Until you catch us next time, wherever it is, whenever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Nice show. Nice show.
And